Okay, so let's see what we are going to do today, right? So today we are going to look about files in Julia. So let's say like you have something like, okay, let me put Julia, right? So and let me put A is equal to 42, right? So yeah, now you have A and all those stuff. So let me just exit it by putting Control D. Once again, let me put Julia, right? Now I just put A, and you see it's not there. So these are all variables. So variables they have been stored in a place called RAM or random access memory in a computer. That is, it is you shouldn't call it random access memory. You should call it volatile memory. So volatile memory means it's volatile. Like when the power goes off or when the program has been terminated, that memory gets cleared off. So, but the thing is, volatile memory is really fast. It can store some amount of data, but it requires a lot of energy to store, right? So that's volatile memory, and we call it RAM. Like I don't know, it shouldn't be called as RAM, but we are calling it, and that's not the right name. So that's the thing. But yeah, we should call it actually as volatile memory. So usually my laptop has 16 GB of RAM, and it looks something like this, and all those stuff. So this is volatile memory, right? So this is actually 2 GB memory, not very recent. I think almost 2 GB memory computers are almost extinct. So we only find it in IoT devices and all those things. But yeah, that's a proof that okay, how much our hardware engineers are putting hard work and all those stuff. They are putting hard work, or like they have been squeezed or something. I'm not sure. So I think they have been squeezed. Okay, so that's the thing. Because when memory was even less than 1 GB, computer work fine, right? Even the RAM is now 16 GB, I find problems with my computer. So I don't know. Like I think it's just a marketing trick. But yeah, for data science, it has done really good thing. But yeah, I think overall it has done good thing. But I don't know what the corporates do and why they are doing like this, right? So I don't know why I need to keep refreshing my page. Possibly I've put some ads to gain some revenue, so possibly that's doing some trick or something. And there's another thing called hard disk. Okay, like this is a magnetic disk, and this can store a lot of stuff. And even if it's powered off, that magnetism stays, right? So, and this is how it kind of looks. This is a very very old hard disk. I don't know how much MB. So this is 5 MB hard disk. So look at the size of hand and look at the size of hard disks, right? So now imagine 5 MB, right? So that's the thing. And yeah, like this is today's hard disk. Like if you remove a hard disk module and possibly remove what's inside it, so you will get a hard disk like this. This is possibly many GBs or even possibly a TB. That's the thing, and you can hold it in your hand. So that's how big it is. So yeah, hard disk can store a lot of data without power and all those things. And I think I need to keep refreshing my page. Okay, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, and there's another thing called solid state device. Actually, I think solid state device is also RAM. That is random access memory. So but the thing is, it takes time to write and read in solid state memory compared to our RAM or volatile memory. So it is not optimized. It is not so fast, but it is faster than hard disk, and theoretically it is more safer. So that is like hard disk. It's mechanical. You have failures and all those stuff. SSD, I don't think you don't have much failures and all those stuff. But yeah, this A is equal to 42 was stored in RAM, and second time you try to retrieve A, and that RAM got cleared and it's not there, and so Julia put out an error. So, oh, wait, it just put out this error. So in order to make things persist, we need to store stuff in files. So that's what we are going to look at. So let me launch my Jupyter Lab, and that's the thing. All right. So, oh yeah, so all this I don't need this, right? So let's rename this as files. Okay, so okay, and yeah, I might remove this advertisement thing. I've blocked that advertisement thing, but it somehow like kind of robs my this sidebar. So that's the thing. Okay, why I've put advertisement thing? Because I need I thought I can earn money from my blogs. So that's the thing. Okay, yeah. So let's type this first program, right? So hello. Okay, now once again this is gone. My sidebar is gone. Okay, fine. But yeah, it should be working fine for you. But the thing is like it will do these things. Like if you launch my page, Safari. Firefox blocks ads and all this stuff. Safari, I don't think so. It wants me to become rich. So you'll get all these stuff. I don't know whether it's useful for you. If it's useful, click it. I'll get some revenue. Otherwise, don't click it. Right? So this is the thing, right? So yeah. Okay, yeah. Let me use Safari itself. Let's see how things. Because if the ads is too annoying, like I need to take it off. But they say that okay, it'll be optimized and so it'll be better. So it comes again and again. I need to take it off because it's going to irritate everybody, right? Okay, yeah, fine. So we have this code over here. Oh yeah, it's oh god, it's irritating. Yeah, it's irritating. I need to do something about it. So possibly I shouldn't be using this advertisement provider. So you have this thing over here. So let me just execute it, right? And you should see a thing called file to write. Where is it? It's not there. Should I need to refresh it? Yeah, you saw this thing, file to write, and you see hello files from Julia, right? So here it is, right? Hello files from Julia. So what you do over here is first you just open a file. You want to write something in it, so you just pass this flag called W. Of course, it's a string, but I think technically we call it as W. And this file you can call it as a variable, but technically we call it as file handle. Don't ask me why, but if you say it in interviews, you might probably get a job. So that's the thing. I don't know why they make so complex all these computer science stuff, but the thing is, they could have just called it a variable and all that stuff. But I don't know, right? So that's the thing. So what you're doing is like over here, you're just calling a thing called write and passing this file handle. So this file gets passed over here, and what stuff that needs to be written that also gets passed over here. So that's the thing. And yeah, so this thing writes this stuff over here into this file that goes over here. So you can just see over here. So you can also see it in your left pane in your Jupyter lab. So follow files from Julia is there. And finally you just close it. So close means yeah, it just frees up the resource, frees up the RAM. This file will be stored temporarily in RAM, right? So it gets freed up. So that's the theory behind it. So maybe that's what happens, right? So oh yeah, so okay, a secret trading system. Okay, I can become a millionaire by doing that. Okay, right. So that's what I've just explained it over here. So the first thing is to open. That'll open a file with the write mode, and it'll write, and then it'll post. So I hope it's simple enough. That doesn't need more explanation or something. If you need more explanation, yeah, just comment on the video or something like that. I might pick it up and okay, yeah, this is giving me trouble, right? Because I blocked ads. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so yeah, you'll be able to see this thing, file to write, and all those stuff, right? Okay, so the next way to do is we can avoid this thing close. Okay, this ads is annoying. Okay, yeah. We can avoid this thing close, right? But okay, so rather than doing this thing, okay, it's almost equivalent to okay. This statement is almost equivalent to okay. This statement does exactly as this one, right? But the only thing is like no need to close it because you're putting do and end over here, and inside over here you're just putting write, and you're giving the same open. And of course, I want to write in another file name. I don't want to mess up with the first file, and you're opening it in write mode, and you're having the file handle over here. The thing over here is automatically it closes. So this thing I just feel it's more elegant and something like that. So that's the thing. So yeah, so if you look, you should see something like second file to write. Yeah, and it has hello world from June. That's the text you have given. Sure. So that's the thing. Okay, so that's the thing, and looks simple, right? So possibly, yeah, it is simple. Writing into files and all those stuffs. Simple. Now let me click and see whether the ad takes. Oh god, the ad takes somewhere. If you click every time, it goes somewhere. Okay, right. Okay, fine. Right. Okay. So now we'll write multiple times into a file, right? So we are doing two write statements over here, right? So hello files from Julia as a first line, and this slash n is an escape sequence. It means like just a carriage return. In typewriter, you have this return or enter, right? Or in computer, you just have this return key or enter key, right? So that's what this means. Like you can't see it; it doesn't get printed, but whenever you put this, it just goes to the next line. So that's the thing, right? So yeah, so the first line is hello files from Julia. The second line should be this is the second line, right? So and we are just putting it like appending in write mode. So that's the thing. Actually, it's not appending. We are just writing, right? So we have got two lines. Okay, so the first write is hello files from Julia, right? And the second is this is second line, right? So we have got so no problem. Everything is going fine, right? Yeah. Now, once again, I'll click. Oh, now it's not going to open it. Okay. Okay, right. So now we'll just do something in the wrong way. Okay, so we are just putting this. Okay, like appending files. We just have appending in write mode gone wrong. Okay, so okay, it should be hello files from Julia. Okay, right. Okay, appending. Okay, gone wrong. I think this is the gone wrong. Okay, so it is there, right? And now this is the second line. So you would expect both lines to be there in that file. Okay. Okay, I think I need to reopen it. Right now, if you see, like this first line got erased and the second line is there. So what happened? So over here, we are opening the file in write mode. It means that, okay, the file has been opened and you put text into this file and all those stuff. 1 second, the file has been opened in write mode. That means, like, Julia thinks that you are just creating once again a new file or something like that. So that last file just gets totally overwritten and this line totally overwrites whatever content is there, no matter how much of a content, even if it is gigabytes or kilobytes or megabytes, right? So Julia just trashes that whole thing. Don't expect to find it in your trash or something like that. No, you that not that kind of trash. So Julia just deletes it. You won't be able to recover unless you have some specialized tools, right? And then it just puts this new stuff and then that's it. So that's the thing, right? So you shouldn't do like this one. So there is a right way to do it. Now let me click and see it's taking to add. No. Okay. So over here, this is doing it the right way. So what I'm doing is like, okay, the first time you're opening it in write mode, and the second time you're just opening it in this append mode. So this A is nothing but append mode. This W is nothing but write mode, right? So let me execute it. Okay. Don't worry about this 24 and all those things. I think this thing has 24 characters. Okay. That's the thing. And I think this has 23 characters. Okay. So that's what I just think this 23, 24 and all those things mean. Okay. So that's the thing. So don't worry much about that, right? So, okay. So appending files. Okay. So appending file. Okay. Sorry. So if you see both lines are there, so let's see how it works. So first it just writes this hello world from Julia and puts a new line. So hello world from Julia, new line means it comes over here. So it's over here. So now it's in append mode. Append mode means it won't erase the last content. It'll add to last content. That's what append or this A flag mean, right? That's how it is. And so after that, it'll just put this one. This is the second line. So this has been put over here. So yeah. So hopefully it's simple. You people are able to follow. So that's the thing. Now let's read this appended file. So what I'm just doing is like Now I'm opening the file in read mode. So this is to read the file. So this is the file handle, file to read, and once again you're opening it, but you're opening it in R using this R flag. That means it's in the read mode, right? Now you're just reading the first line. Julia somehow knows. Okay, okay. Reading the first line means okay. It'll just read this first line, and it'll return to this first line, a variable called first line. And when you inspect that first line, you'll just get the first line, right? It's a string. It's in the form of string, right? So that's how it is, right? So that's the thing. And Julia, this thing gets stored in file first line. That is in the file handle, right? It gets stored that the first line has been read. So now it's somewhat like over here. The cursor is somewhat over here. And once again, what you can just do is you can put something like second line is equal to read line, and you can just inspect it. Okay, and you'll just get the second line, right? And third line you won't get because there's no third line, so you'll get it as empty string. But yeah, anyway, let me just try it. Okay, third line, it's just empty string. So third line, an empty string. So that's what it is. So it is just an empty string, and similarly you can go on for fourth line, blah blah blah, stuff. And keep on, right? So that's how it is. And okay, I've just opened it over here. So okay, and finally it's a very very good practice to close the file. Otherwise, something wrong could happen and all those things. Okay, so I've just closed the file, right? So that's how it is. So that's right. Now let's see how to read all the lines at once. Okay, so first I'm just opening the file. So when you open a file, yeah, it just gives a file handle. And now I'm just reading this all lines in just one statement. All lines is equal to read lines, this file handle, file to read, right? So now you're just getting all lines as vector. So what we can do is like all lines of 0 or all lines of 1, because Julia indexing starts from 1. So yeah, so you'll just get the first line, and similarly you'll get the second line, and blah 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 blah, those stuff. So that's the thing, right? So you can get it as vector, and that's how it is. So these are all the file operations in Julia. Anyway, bear with me for putting ads in my blog. It's just my experiment to see whether I'll get some money or not. So yeah, and I hope you understood about files in Julia. So yeah, if you visit my blog, you should be getting the Jupyter notebook over here. So Jupyter notebook should be at the last. So that's how it is. Okay, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.